Hi, I'm back with Lovewood. I dropped off in the middle of a sentence last time. I'm sure if they're a former owner in the shape of an angry ghost, they wouldn't be just hanging around in the old home all the time. Hey, you never know these things. Just wanted to be sure. Your bags are already here too. Is everything there? I hope so. At first glance, nothing seems to be missing. Great, then I'll leave you to it. I'll be seeing you around, of course, at the Midsummer Celebration in a few days, if not earlier. The what now? Oh, has no one told you about that yet? The whole village will get together for the annual Midsummer Celebration in 6 days. How do you guys celebrate? Oh, you know, the usual, making bloody sacrifices to the war gods and burning books. Jeez, I'm just messing with you. We would never do anything like that. Right, I knew that. The Midsummer Party is just an evening of dressing up fancy, enjoying good food, and having fun. Lord Oberon opens the court to everyone, and the evening usually starts with a traditional ballroom dance. But there's a lot of smaller private gatherings. Sounds neat. And if you ask someone specific to join you for the Midsummer Celebration, it's a pretty big deal. It's like a really fancy day, though if you ask me, going as a group of friends is just as much fun. I see. I certainly don't know anyone around here well enough to ask them out, but who knows what strange things will happen over the course of the next few days. Does not have a date. I'm kinda curious, but it would probably be inappropriate to ask. I don't want him to get the wrong idea. I barely know him after all. Thanks for letting me know. I'll be looking forward to the party. You're welcome. Don't strain yourself on your first day, alright? Heh, I'll try. See you around. No one closes the door behind him, and I acquaint myself with the small cottage. It's very clean except for a bit of dust. Not a bad place to start. Even though I feel like I didn't do much today, my head feels really heavy all of a sudden. Apparently the traveling fatigue for the last few days is catching up to me now. I'll just take a little nap before I do anything else. I'm gonna sleep for the rest of the day. Yep. Did you know you can always press A to open accessibility menu where you can change text size, font and more? Let's go. Can I save? I must save. For shits and giggles. Thank you. Now continue. Oh, wait, that was a lot more than a quick nap. Apparently it's already morning. I slept like a rock. I'm jealous. I've been waking up like 5 times every night and I don't even sleep more than 6 hours. It's lovely. My clock says that it's poor sleep or smartwatch. Yeah. Very poor and the middle one. Like, it's not good. It's not even okay. It's the one before that one. So, yeah. Great sleeping for me. And it doesn't help that I woke up in the middle of the night and my head was like numb, but it hurt. Ugh. Not a great feeling. Guess that means I really needed it. As I'm stretching my tired limbs, I noticed something that wasn't in the house the day before. Someone's left a letter under my door. It's from Aleth, the merchant from town square, and it's an advertisement of discount gems. No, wait, the letter is just written on the back of a flyer. Got it. Hi, Kisu. I feel like as if I've messed up our first meeting. To avoid further misunderstandings, I'll try to explain in as few words as necessary. I'm afflicted with the liar's curse, which means I can't speak out truthful statements. Okay. That's weird. Huh. Okay. Whenever I try, the words come out all twisted. Fortunately, this doesn't affect my writing or my gestures, so when I ask questions, which is why I'm telling you this in written form. When you showed up, suddenly seeing an unfamiliar face caught me off guard. That's why I slipped up. Sorry for any confusion I caused you. I felt that I owe you the truth. Ha! Get it? I hope this clears things up. Don't be afraid to visit my shop again. It's always open to you when I'm in town. Aleth. Wow. I guess I'm not the only one who worries about first impressions. My encounter with Aleth from yesterday makes a lot more sense now. They were afraid to talk to me because their curse would make them lie. I'll sure that you keep that in mind. Before I do anything else, though, I'll have to make sure I'm less of a mess than I am right now. Less of a mess. I'm gonna write that down. That sounds nice. Less of a mess. It rhymes nicely. Random page. Less of a mess. Excuse me, just me being a weirdo. I'll get cleaned up, have some breakfast, and then finally unpack my bags. I should have gotten myself water. My throat is kinda giving out. There, things are starting to look homely around here. I brought some of my art equipment with me. I hope to get some more practice in. It's been a while since I've drawn or painted anything just for fun. Serving mostly as a healer to the village, I doubt I'll constantly have work to do. Or at least I sure hope that people don't get hurt all the time. So I should try making myself useful in other ways too. Yesterday I met plenty of interesting folk. Maybe I could help one of them out and get to know them a little better on the way. Aleth, 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 Aleth. I have a favorite. He's so cute. I'll see what they... The game has been using they a lot, so I don't remember if it changed from they to he. They. I'll see what Aleth is up to today. They should be at their little shop as usual. Huh. The cart's closed off today. Hey Kisu, what you up to? I was just looking for Aleth. Do you know where they went? Chances are they wandered off into the forest for one of their gathering trips. I saw them tend to the shop just a moment ago, so they can't be too far. I bet you could catch up to them if you take a little look around the area. Do you think it would bother them if I do that? Nah, they never seemed bothered when I tagged along at least. Do you know what's the deal with their curses? Yes, the liar's curse, I know. Then you should be in the clear. Hey, thanks. I'll see if I can find them. A lot of the items offered in the Aleth's shop are probably things they just found in the forest with a keen eye. Things lost by humans, fairies, or other creatures. I'm sure I'll be able to spot their red hair around here somewhere. You stay right there, you little thief. Gah! What was that noise? Could you please let me down, madame? So you can make a run for it? Dream on. Okay. After following the sound of voices, I find Aleth in a close encounter with a lickamorph. Looks like they've landed themselves in some hot water. I knew you little wounds couldn't be trusted, but trying to steal my stuff when I leave it here for literally a second? That's a new low. I absolutely meant to steal from you. I mean, the hell did you just say? Tries talking with their hands and feet, pointing frantically at the little chalkboard that's out of their range on the ground. Quit pulling faces at me and explain yourself, Pipsqueak. You got anything to say in your defense? Excuse me? Oh, great. As if one flat-faced menace wasn't already enough. I think my friend here can explain themselves just fine via writing if you let them down for a moment. They have this curse that makes it impossible for them to speak out the truth. Sounds like an average fairy to me. But fine, I'll humor you. No, like that I'm the jerk here. The huge wolf lady sets Aleth back on their feet in a not particularly tender fashion. They pick up the chalkboard and write, albeit with a somewhat shaky hands. I didn't intend to steal the bag. I wanted to investigate. It looked like it's been discarded or lost. Yeah, sure. Anybody would just leave behind a bag full of coins and potions, right? I couldn't see what was inside. That's why I took a look. It may have been empty for all I know. I swear, if I weren't in fairy territory right now, I would pick a fight. And you lot would not come out looking pretty. Blah. But there's no use if I'm the one getting framed as the bad guy in the end. The Lycomorph picks up her bag. You better watch yourself. You can pull stunts like this on humans, but not on us. We know all of your dirty tricks, and we can track you down if we want to. Oof. She stomps off into the forest. Poor thing. Wow, that was a pretty close call, huh? Aleth nods. They look a bit rattled. Want me to help collecting new items for your shop, right? Yes, before that thing with the loud lady happened. Could I tag along for a bit? Aleth nods. Do the things you find out here make up the majority of your shop inventory? Not the really fancy things like the gemstones, but much of the rest. Does it pay off? It all depends on who you sell it to. If you ever find something that you aren't sure about, I can get you in touch with a merchant who'll pay a decent price for it. One man's trash is another's treasures, huh? Aleth nods. For magical rituals, many of the ingredients can usually be found in front of your doorstep, if you know what you look for. At first glance, stone may seem like an irrelevant pebble when it's actually an important component for a spell, and I really need to go get water. My throat hurts. Hi, I'm back. I got myself tea too. It's double the morning coffee tea. It's good. It's good. Not an ad. At first glance, a stone may... No, I read that already. Just like at a first glance, I may look just like a random person collecting trash in the woods. But you're actually... I think I'll leave that for you to decide. Oh, fair enough. The stone doesn't tell me what it truly is either. We spent some time trekking through the forest, collecting things that catch our interest. And that knows surprising a lot about which plants are edible and have medical properties. Sure. One of our best finds is a group of blackberry bushes full of ripe berries. Why can't I drink properly? We eventually take a break near the river and enjoy the scenery. Did I read that already? I can't remember. They're so cute. Hey, Aleth, can I ask you something personal? Aleth shrugs. What's the question? I was just wondering how you ended up with that curse of yours. Were you born with it? Aleth chews on some berries and gets the chalkboard to reply. It was a dumb accident. A few years ago, I was really into alchemy experiments. My goal was to make a long-lasting truth potion, but the magic affects the mind. It's tricky and it can backfire very badly, especially when used without safety measures like I did. I see. So that's how they got it. Maybe that's why Aleth... I'll never see Aleth use magic now. Is there no way to reverse it? At least not permanently. It's okay though. Leading a relaxed life as a fairy is easy, whether you can talk much or not. I usually follow the same traveling route, and we mostly serve regulars in our shops. We? My parents, my brother, and me. We have a spot in Pittsburgh where we meet every couple months and exchange goods. Then, after a while, we travel in 3 different directions, visit our usual spots until we get back together. We cover a lot of ground like this. Wow. It's nice that your whole family works together, but you still get to be independent like this. Just handling my tea. Sorry. I left a tea bag in there, so now I have to take it out. You don't want too much tea in your tea. Aleth nods. A delighted little smile flashes across their face. My parents can be a bit much. I mean, in a good way. Absolute chatterboxes. He's blushing. They're blushing. I had to get really fast at writing so I could keep up with them. My parents are similar. It can be tough to get a word in sideways when they're around. Aleth grins, then sits still for a moment looking into the water of the river. I've always had this fear. As that there's their chalk against the board, apparently pondering the phrasing. Someday I may get to Pittsburgh, the parents will show up. I would never know what happened to them. Oh. When I think about that, a weird curse seems to be much smaller thing to worry about. You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand. Have you ever considered settling down? No, yeah. I just like this work too much. For now, but I can tell that this job isn't going to get any easier when you're old. I see that every time I meet up with my family. Someday when we've saved up a decent amount of money, we're planning to buy a nice house somewhere that's green. I understand why Aleth is so resourceful. They're saving every penny to afford cozy life with their family and themselves. Any chance Lovewood is high up in the places that you'll settle down in? Aleth nods eagerly. There's something about this little town that makes me feel at home, I guess. More so than any other place. I could imagine staying here someday. There's something in their eyes that I hadn't seen before, a sense of yearning and hope. It's a good thing I came across this place. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten to meet you either, and I'm glad I did. We both look frontward, and Aleth is smiling. They're so cute. We eventually circle back to the village, and Aleth organizes everything we found in the woods. I even get to keep a cup of berries. Nice. Thanks for showing me a lot of the healing plants in this area. You're welcome. Have a good evening, Aleth. Bye. I snack on the berries while jotting down some notes on what I learned about the local flora. Aleth had a lot of observations to share when I took the chance to hang out with them. Maybe I could get some more insights into that head of theirs. After a bit of drawing practice and getting cleaned up, I'm ready for the night. Alright, day 3. Yeah, I know. But I'm happy with what I got. I might explore another route someday. Wait. On the next morning, I decided to tap back into my creative Tuesdays and make a little sign for my house. Chances are that the word about me being a new healer is already getting around, but I might as well make it easier for people to find me. I bust out some veins and write my profession onto a wooden plank. A red cross and some decorated swords too while I'm at it. Then I put the sign up against my window so everyone that walks by can see it. This should help business. After trying to make my office look a bit more presentable and having lunch. I'm ready to go out and stretch my legs a little. Have you guessed who I'm gonna pick? I'm gonna pick Aleth. As I step outside onto a town square, I instantly see Kaylee making beeline for Aleth's shop. I get the impression that she chats with them every day when they're here, though this time there's a bit more spring in her step than usual. I may just watch them from afar to see what they get up to. Hey, Aleth! Huh, you're not looking excited at all. Well, at least sarcasm works really well with him. Them. Knock it into that head of yours. Ugh. Well, I got a little something for you. A present. Oh, ta-da! Kaylene reveals a small glass bottle. The liquid in it has a warm green tint. Is that a truth potion? I finally managed to make one and I want you to have it, Aleth. I've done some tests using it on myself, but I'm quite certain that it's working like a charm. When you drink this, it should temporarily cancel out your curse. Then you'll finally be able to talk normally. Strange, here I thought these two were already talking pretty normal with each other. That must be really easy to do. Oh, you know it. Mind-affecting alchemy is never a simple task. But thanks for the new ingredients I got, I finally had a breakthrough. I admittedly don't know how long the potion's effects will last. Around 2 minutes at least, maybe longer. Aleth nods and gets out the chalkboard. They write something to show to Kaylene, but I'm not close enough to see it. Right, saving it for a special occasion sounds like a good idea. But if you use it sometimes and I'm not around to see it, you'll have to tell me how it went. It's an important data after all. Aleth nods and gestures a thank you. I think I'll make some more of these. Well, it's all still fresh in my head. I'll catch you later, alright? Aleth waves goodbye, but Kaylene doesn't even look back. It appears that she's fully absorbed in her drive to do more alchemy. After she's left the town square, I see Aleth pensively swish around the elixirs in the bottle. Maybe this isn't my place to get involved, but I gotta say something. Hi, how's it going? Oh, I'm fine. I was just about to ask you the same thing. Are you doing alright? Aleth nods slowly, but they can't seem to take their eyes off the potion. You look as if something's bothering you. Aleth exhales deeply and taps their foot for a moment. Then they grab their chalkboard and rest the chalk in their hand, struggling to find words for what they're trying to say. Nothing seems to come to mind. Why do I feel like this? Why am I not happier over a gift like this? Did Kaylene just talk to me because she wanted to fix me? You know her best. I know what you think, but I don't think Kaylene wanted you to feel bad. You know her the best? I don't think Kaylene wanted you to feel... Hi. Okay. That seems a bit rude. And that's too, like, I'm between these two. You know her the best. What do you think? I know what you're thinking, but I don't think Kaylene wanted you to feel bad. I think she just wants you to feel okay. I don't think she is thinking about herself. You know her the best. Aleth ponders for a moment, then writes, I think it was a really thoughtful gift from her. She would have gone through it all the effort if she didn't care at all. And the potion will come in useful. I just worried that it's the only thing she'll focus on now. I've seen it in lots of places and people. Kaylene actually made this town feel like a home to me. My curse never mattered much when we talked, and I don't want that to change. I don't want it to start mattering. That makes sense. This little town may be the closest thing to a second home Aleth has. I can tell that this is important to them. Would it help if I talk to Kayleen and see how she feels about it? Aleth nods. Be nice, though. Of course. A quick look over the fence tells me Kayleen is in the garden. She's busily collecting ingredients, it seems. Hi there. Oh, Kisu, good that you're here. Can you hold this for a moment? Sure. She gave me 2 bowls of leaves. Now that her hands are both free, she climbs deeper into one of the flower beds and collects some moss from the ground. I knew this stuff would come in useful. Are you preparing to do some more alchemy? Yep, did you hear? I figured out how to make a truth elixir. To think I was so close to getting it right before, I just had to tweak the timing. Those instructions I found were pretty priceless. Maybe if I experiment some more, I can make it more efficient. Right, I've been meaning to talk about... Oh, would you like to copy the recipe too? I would be more than happy to share it. It's not like it's big secret or anything, it's just difficult to pull off. And as far as I know, it's the only way to cancel out Aleth's curse. Aleth needs your friendship more than a potion. Huh? I talked to Aleth. They were happy over the gift, but also had some conflicting feelings. Their friendship with you matters a lot to them. You were the one who always talked to them the most, right? Correct. And you guys always got on without needing a potion. Oh no, made them feel like they were just a problem to be fixed. I really should have been smarter about this. Don't beat yourself up about it. We can't always see everything, that's why I mentioned it. I just want to do something good for Aleth, to show them that I care, so I did it the only way I knew how. The whole garden and alchemy thing, it's the only thing I'm good at. Hey, don't be so modest, you're awesome in lots of ways. I think you're doing something great for Aleth every day. They really loosen up whenever you're around. Really? Huh. Maybe I don't always understand people right, but I like Aleth, and I think they like being my friend too. Therefore, it would be dumb if we end up hurting each other if we both want the same thing. My dad always said that words matter, even if they don't come easily, especially the ones that don't come easily. I will talk this over with Aleth. Good idea. I watched them from a distance. No need for me to get involved further. I think they got this. They hug. I think they have come to some mutual understanding. I'm getting ready to leave them to spend some time together, but Kayleen waves me over. Hey, you two are looking good. Yes, thank you so much for helping us work things out. We would have been perfectly fine without you. I'm glad I could assist a little. Turns out I'm sometimes a bit too fixated on certain things. It's not a bad thing. You're one of the most focused people I know. Right, but there's times when my research is the only thing I can see. And then I end up walking over people's feelings by accident. Whenever that happens, you guys need to verbally smack me over the head and tell me to pay attention. Noted. Kayleen will be making a few more of these potions for me once we know they work. But only for emergency situations. Right, turns out there are some times when being able to yell out my thoughts comes in very useful. But it's something we don't need when it's just the two of us. And I'm glad it's like that. They're more balanced now. I will be seeing you guys at the Midsummer Celebration too, right? You can bet on that. Is it already that time of the year again? Yep, and this time you're not skipping it, silly. I know you're technically not from here, but Oberon was very clear that everyone who behaves themselves is welcome. I go to formal events all the time. It's my first time at a party too. I can see why you're a little nervous, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, no need to worry, we can hang out as a group. There will be good food, singing and dancing, and it seems to lighting up a little. And lots of fancy dressed folks. I love people watching at those events. Reminds me, I guess I can't go over there in my overalls. From what I heard, the formal dress is expected, or at least an attempt at that. Can I still wear my hat there? I don't think anyone's gonna throw you out because of it. My mind flashes to the fact that I've only brought one vaguely formal outfit with me. Hopefully it'll look good enough for the occasion. I've been wondering, why do you celebrate Midsummer in the first place? There was a reason, but I forgot. Do you remember, Aleth? You're better at this history stuff than me. I think it was originally the tradition that swept over here from the eastern countries. But there's a local story about that night of the year. There's some human lovers who had stumbled into these woods, and instead of hurting them, Oberon reunited the bickering couples and guided them back home. That's one of the reasons why this night got associated with love and good fortune. Wow, are we talking about the same Oberon? He seems more like the type to yell at humans to get off of his lawn while shaking his spear at them. I don't know, maybe it's just a myth. Or maybe it's true and he changed since then. Just how old is Lord Oberon, I wonder? In any case, it's an opportunity to snack on free food and listen to the court musicians, so I'm not complaining. That's the spirit. I think I need to get some work done. I got more weeding to do, and I need to keep my bookkeeping in order. Yikes, sounds like fun. You have my empathy. See you guys around. Right, see you, Kisser. I know that as a healer my official job is to heal people's physical wounds, but I don't mind helping them with emotional ailments either. Relationships need to be cared for to stay healthy, just like our bodies. If I can lend a helping hand with that, I'm happy. And I'm gonna leave this episode here. Thank you for watching. Aw, I'm sad now, but I want to spend all the time with them. Okay, fine. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Subscribe, like, comment, you know the drill. I hope you have a wonderful day, and bye!